casual wrestling community show. You already know, talking WWE.
So after being jobbed out to Logan Paul and Veer Mahan and seemingly being written off of TV for a moment, it appears that Dominik Mysterio will be MIA for at least a short period of time. So my question to the CWC and the social media is, what can be done to improve Dominik Mysterio's character while he's gone? Now, my take on this is, apparently Dominik is being written off TV because Rey is hurt, correct? Did you read that?
Yes, I did hear that the dad was hurt.
So it looks like Rey Mysterio has been removed or is injured. He's going to need some time off. So they're going to pull Dominik off. I really think, though, that WWE is doing a disservice to Dominik Mysterio by keeping him in the shadows of his father this long. As weird and as obvious as it sounds to me, I think it's time that Dominik assumes his own identity. Not even necessarily his own identity, but an identity separate from Rey Mysterio.
Yeah.
And I played around with this idea in my head, and I think that it would be fun if Dominik Mysterio took on a spiritual successor role of Eddie Guerrero.
Okay.
Now, sometimes it takes putting a guy like Dominik, who seems like he's a little uncomfortable sometimes out there, putting him into a situation that doesn't feel comfortable, and it's not a natural fit for him. And sometimes you can draw greatness out of that character by doing that. And I think it would seem real out of place for Dominik to all of a sudden start cheating in matches and become extremely sneaky. You could have him come out in the lowrider. You could give him a mouthpiece like Chavo Guerrero Jr. You could play on all that natural talent that Dominik has and give him that sneaky, underhanded Eddie Guerrero mystique that he had. And they could give that character a shot. And if it doesn't work out, if it falls flat, you can always go back to the old Dominik, or you can always have Dominik roll right into the legacy of Rey Mysterio and add the mask and everything else.
Yeah.
Because if nothing else, I think Dominik could easily just, when Rey decides to hang up the boots, Dominik could pick up that role, and that mask has so much meaning that WWE is going to want, they're going to want some form of Rey Mysterio in the WWE, I'd assume forever, right? You always need that lucha character.
For sure.
And the Mysterio name holds so much weight. So I could see Dominik taking on that role at some point. Now,
you could do like a whole ceremony.
Yeah, like a handing over of the mask would be cool. The Power Ranger look that he has right now, because he looks like a Power Ranger. Let's not joke, right?
Yeah,
you're sure. That doesn't cut it. That's not working. And it only comes off as like dorky to me. Dominik always looks dorky and out of place. He's got to bulk up a little bit. He cannot just be
lanky.
Just all limbs is what it is. Because it looks to me like when I watch Dominik in the ring, like he has all the mechanical tools to be a solid wrestler. Like he's got everything you need except the kind of the charisma and the look. And I don't think it's not even look. I just think it's weird. Now he's only 25 years old.
There's an awkwardness.
It's very awkward. Dominik's 25 years old, so he's got time. They've got time to flesh this out and work it out. But he also has a lineage and a history with Eddie Guerrero. I don't know if you know this.
No.
But there was a match in 2005 at SummerSlam. It was Rey Mysterio versus Eddie Guerrero for the custody of Dominik Mysterio.
Ooh.
So this was a story.
Why was there a custody of them?
That was his uncle. And or storyline, but there was like, the story was like that Dominik, that Rey wasn't really Dominik's father. That Eddie was the real father.
Oh, okay.
Like this is back in that time. And so there's a story there. So I think it would make for interesting wrestling if all of a sudden Dominik comes out and we've been waiting for Dominik and Rey to go at each other. Like we felt the tension for a long time, but how much heat could Dominik get if he came out and goes, "Don't call me Dominik Mysterio, call me Dominik Guerrero."
Ooh, yeah.
It's got a good feel. The instant boost that he would get just from just Eddie's swag. And like I said, he's got to bulk up a little bit, but they need to do some kind of passing of the guard because he cannot. Dominik reads as a 14-year-old boy on screen, and that's WWE's fault for booking him less as like Rey Mysterio's partner, and they book him more as Rey Mysterio's baby boy who he always has to save.
Yeah, well, he always references, oh, my boy, my baby boy,
and I'll save you, and I'll be there, and I'll stand by you for everything you go through. I don't think, like, I don't know, you guys tell me your opinion. Can Dominik get over as a babyface without either consuming the Rey Mysterio luchador mask gimmick or Eddie Guerrero's heel gimmick? Show me the path. You guys tell me what the path is that gets Dominik Mysterio over in the current situation he is. Because if he comes back the exact same character, it's going to fall flat. It's too boring.
Yeah.
He needs depth. And he's going to have to just find another element to his character.
Step in the ring, if you ready, let's go. Ay, casual wrestling community show. You already know, talking WWE. Keep it rolling and hosted by Notorious Nerdy D. Dope show that you gon' find. Tune in cause it's online. Hit him with a figure 4 leg lock, power driver or clothesline.